Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the UCF Knights Dynasty. Today, we conclude the season, and now we face DePaul in the NIT semifinals, and this is a very good DePaul team. And to be honest with you, every team is pretty much rated higher than us in this tournament, so every single game is tough, game in and game out. So here we go against DePaul. We will start out in the second half of this game, up by 4 with 10 minutes to go. The Gamecast always sets you up with a good situation. So here we go. Let's hop straight into the action. 10 minutes to go here in the second. Here's our first possession, a pass inside to Bongani Mwangi, and we will draw the foul on Cassius Maynard. As Mwangi, two-time player of the year, one in the Big South, one in the SOCON conference. He goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. As now we are up by 6. DePaul gets a steal now. Here they go the other way. Pass inside, and that one is good by Maynard. And now back to a 4-point game. We need some good possessions here. Here's a pass over to the free throw line. That is Bongani Mwangi again, and he gets fouled. And this time on Jordan, and now it's a 5-point lead as he goes 1 for 2. Here's a steal this time. Mwangi with the deflection. Here we go. Hayes all the way to the basket, and he does not draw the foul, but he gets it to go 63-56 now. Can we start stretching this lead out? Here is Credible on the outside, passing it inside, back out. Credible wide open this time, and he knocks it down. A 10-point lead here for UCF. Are we starting to pull away now? Here's a miss. Here we go the other way. Here is Sharp pushing it up the court. Crossover move, trying to get to the basket. He does draw a little crowd pass inside to Mwangi, who had the smaller man on him. He had position, and now he goes to the free throw line. Up to a 12-point game. But here is DePaul answering back right there, making it a 10-point lead. As here's Hayes, this time getting ripped away, and DePaul runs the break. 2-on-1, and they get past Mwangi, throwing down the tomahawk jam. And now it's down to a 6-point game. More issues on defense as Mwangi gets called for the foul. And now we're at 5 minutes left. DePaul has climbed back in. Here's a 3, and that one's knocked down. It's now a 1-point game. After having a 12-point lead, DePaul comes back very quickly. Here's just Juan Woods in the post. He gets a nice bank off of the glass to go. And now we have it up by 3. Here's Sharp to the basket. He gets another basket inside. And now it's a 5-point lead on the drive. 72-67. A good double team. Here's a steal. 2-on-1. Pass inside to Woods, and he gets it to go. Back up to a 7-point game, and now there's 2.5 minutes left. But here is DePaul fighting back. That's a good layup right there in traffic. Now it's a 5-point game. Can we stretch it up to 7? Here is Juan Woods on the inside again, and he gets fouled. And he goes to the free throw line, probably going to be our future at big man in the future of this series. He misses the first and then misses the second. And then we go and save it. And that's going to be a 0 for 2 trip to the line. And DePaul comes the other way and answers back with a layup. And now it is just a 3-point game. Here they are working it inside. Fadeaway jump shot. That's missed. But an offensive board. Put up and in. 74-73. We've struggled on offensive boards all season. And here is Jordan White getting the outlet pass all the way up the court, and he draws the foul. So he goes to the free throw line. He misses it, but Mwangi on the follow. And now it is back up to a 3-point lead with 50 seconds to go. Here's a long pass inside. That one's blocked by Mwangi. Another missed shot. Good defense. And now we need a good possession here. As here's Jordan White. He sees the open lane. He goes all the way, but the contact at the rim does prevent him from making the layup, trying to stretch it to a 5-point game. But here goes DePaul the other way. They get it in. One turnaround circus shot. You've got to be kidding me. The one thing we didn't need, and Ian Stafford goes to the free throw line, averaging 21.8 points per game this season. It's good. We're tied at 76. We will hold for the last shot. DePaul has come back. And here we go. 8 seconds on the clock. We call for the pick at 6. Mwangi comes up, sets the pick. They send the double team. Mwangi gets the ball back, and it's good. 78-76. Mwangi calls ball game again. This is the second time here in the NIT. Mwangi had a game-winning layup. This one was a beauty, and we get it to go, and we will advance on to the NIT championship. What an ending right there. DePaul cannot believe it. They really poured their heart out into that comeback, but we had the last possession. A good look at the basket by Mwangi. And that is the game. 23-13 for Mwangi. He had 4 blocks. Mahanic also had 4 blocks. Good defense by them. Jazwan Woods had 13 points off of the bench. Ian Stafford, who is their leading scorer, he averaged just about he scored just about what he averages. He averages 21. He scored 22. But we will advance on to the NIT championship. So who will we face in the finals? We will face West Virginia, yet another Big East team. They went 19-15 in the regular season. Not a great record, but they played in such a great conference, so they made this tournament. And now we have our work cut out here in the championship game. Can we continue this run and hopefully win our first mid-season or postseason tournament? We made it to the championship game as the 4 seed. Now, if this was like another I think if the first 2 rounds you kind of played at everybody's home court, but now we are neutral for the championship. So here we go. And I think that we have a very good shot of winning this game. As long as we are on our P's and Q's, we should be fine. Let's get this game underway as we do win the tip-off. Bongani Mwangi tips it back to Sam Hayes. Here's our first possession, working it inside to Mahanic. Here's a pass over to Bongani, and he cannot make that shot. Is now here in a 0-0 game. It goes the other way. An offensive board by West Virginia, where we absolutely struggle this year. So many second chance opportunities for the other team. Here's a nice pick and roll and a nice dish to Mahanic. He gets the two-handed flush inside. Both teams score in the first minute of the game. Here's a jump shot off the side of the backboard. Offensive board again. We really need to clean that up. I don't know how teams outboard us like this. Now up by 2. West Virginia drives the lane, and that one will be a foul on Reese Mahanic. 6-2 early on. West Virginia on offense again. Here's a jump shot just from the right block. That's an easy one. 8-2 start for West Virginia. They can knock down shots with the best of them. Here we go. Sam Hayes with the pick and roll to the corner. That one is going to be credible. He hits that one. Now back to a 3-point game. Both teams are 3 of 6 from the field. Here's a pass inside. That's deflected by Credible. No easy passes. Sharp the other way. He will go all the way to the bucket. And the contact. No foul called. But he does get the transition layup. We're now down by 1. Here's a nice drive to the basket, and that is good. We have the double team right there. He somehow broke it. 12-11 game. Another pass inside. Another offensive board. What is going on with our rebounding? It's another second chance opportunity. 14-11. Sam Hayes on the outside. He passes it to the corner. Jordan White misses a 3. We get a second chance at this possession. Passing it inside to Kolchak. Kolchak brings a double team back out to the corner. Devon Bands, and he can't hit the wide open 3. 14-11 now. Jazwan Woods in the post. Look at that move. And it's good. Now back down by 1. Is now here's some good defense that time. Getting blocked out to the outside, though. Defensive boards. We need to grab them. The loose balls as well. And it's now a 3-point game. Jordan White driving. He had an open dunk, and he gets blocked from behind. And now they have the 3-point lead in possession. About 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. To the outside, inside. Now a jump shot is good. Knocked down now, a 5-point game. is now here's West Virginia starting to go on a little run. The lefty hits the jump shot, and that is good. And now it is up to a 7-point lead. Here we go the other way to the corner, and that's a deep three. Maybe a bad shot selection right there. Devon Bands misses long, and now West Virginia answers back. It's up to a 9-point game. They've just been hitting on every possession now. We have to work it inside to break the momentum. There is Mahanic, and he gets fouled. And now it is a 22-15 game. 2.5 minutes to go. Defensive board throwing up the court. Here's Sharp throwing inside to Credible. He gets it to go. And it's now a 5-point game. Here's West Virginia working around. A three this time. That's missed. But an offensive board again. And a block. I mean, if you are going to allow those offensive boards, at least do that. As now they get a second shot at this possession, though. As here is an outside shot. West Virginia just continues to knock those down. And now there's a minute and a half to go. Free throw line distance, jump shot. That's good. It seems like in a blink of an eye, we're close. And then West Virginia gets back up by 9. Pick and roll, but here's a steal. Here's West Virginia going the other way. Pushing it up the court. Another good pass, and that is good. Up to an 11-point lead. And now it's 28-17. Credible now, working it inside. And it is going to be stolen. As here comes West Virginia the other way. Knocking it down inside. It is 30-17, up to a 13-point West Virginia game. Here is Jordan White driving. He can't get it to go. Another block. That's 3 in the game for West Virginia. And now there's about 2 seconds left. Here is a drive to the basket, and they will step out of bounds. So one last shot before halftime from half court, and that is going to be off. But a 30-17 deficit. West Virginia putting on a show in this one. They went on a couple of runs. So in the second half, we definitely need to shoot better, but the offensive boards are just killing us. They have 12 rebounds to our 4. 4 total rebounds in the first half. I mean, it is that kind of game. Now in the second half, outside jump shot. That one's missed. Here we go the other way. Long outlet pass up to Sam Hayes with the left-handed transition layup. That's a good start. 32-23 now. Mid-range. That's good. They just hit a lot of shots, and it seems like we just can't keep up right now. We need to come up with some defensive stops. 34-23. Back to an 11-point game. They're setting the double team. Outside shot. Bob Sharp, and he knocks it down. There we go. Now it's an 8-point game. Sharp from the outside again. This one's missed. West Virginia goes the other way. Now it's somehow 3-on-2. They run the floor better than us on that possession. It's back up to a double-digit game. We work it up quickly. Here is Mwangi. He throws one up, and that one will be a foul drawn. And now it is an 8-point game. Mwangi again trying to create some separation with this man. He drives again and gets another foul call. So now it is a 36-30 game after he knocks down both free throws. Here's Jazwan Woods in the post. He tries to get past his defender. He gets ripped. And we get a second chance now, down by 6, but a pass inside to Mwangi is stolen. West Virginia playing good defense now. Driving to the basket. They will throw one up at the basket, and it's going to be a foul. No and one, though. 8-point game. Sam Hayes drives. Finally, our own offensive board. That one is going to be a foul as Jazwan Woods goes to the free throw line. He knocks down the first with 5 minutes to go. And this one to make it a 6-point game. It will be good. We need a couple of stops here down the stretch. 40-34. Here's an outside three, and that is knocked down. 43-34. Jazwan Woods inside. He throws this one up. It's off. And here comes West Virginia the other way to make it another double-digit game. Pass inside. We're setting a lot of double teams, and they miss, but an offensive board. Not again. It's good. An 11-point game at that point. And now we have 2.5 minutes to go. We need to make a miracle run here. But Bongani Mwangi gets ripped on the fast break. and more time wasted. Defensive board thrown all the way up the court. Sam Hayes pushing it. Pass inside to Credible, and he gets fouled almost at end one. That one would have made it a 5-point game. And now we're down by 6. A minute and a half to go. A drive, and West Virginia just continues to hit big shots. And now they are up by 8. Sam Hayes gets ripped with about a minute 15 to go. Here they go the other way. In transition, inside, and they draw the foul. Mwangi's 4th personal. They go to the line, make it a 10-point game. Sharp just pulls up from 3 right away. That's off. And here comes West Virginia. Somehow gets behind our defense, and they go all the way, and they miss. Lucky on that one by UCF's defense. But here's Credible up the court. He pulls up, and he can't hit it. So now there's 50 seconds. Another transition layup, and it's good. West Virginia is just running the floor, and we just cannot keep up. Here's Credible with a late game 3, but it's just a little too late. West Virginia will go on to win the NIT. One last shot at the buzzer. That is off. And we just come up way too short. West Virginia went on those runs. We just could not keep up with their offense. Missing transition opportunities on defense. And then also offensive boards just absolutely have killed us this entire season, to be honest with you. We actually came into this season as a better rebounding team than last year, but I think entering the SOCON, going up against better competition, I think we've been humbled quite a bit because Mwangi and Mechanic on the inside, they're good, but for some reason just allow so many offensive boards. And I'm not sure if it's the 3-guard lineup, but a lot of those guys usually aren't in the paint getting boards. So then Mechanic and Bongani Mwangi are there, and I have no idea. We just get killed. I'm not sure if we'll have to switch away from that next year, but we end up losing in the NIT finals. But overall, this season has been a lot of fun. We have really done well in the SOCON conference in our first year here. Now, I want to give a quick update on this series. So I will be moving this series over to the PC with March Madness Legacy version 2 out. I fixed my issues on PC with freezing, so hopefully that won't happen anymore in this series. So I will move that over. This series will get a fresh look. I'm going to bring back the same players, obviously, and hopefully those will port over pretty nicely. And from there, we will continue this series, and then we will be getting into a new conference because of the switch over to PC. So 1 year in the SOCON, 2 seasons in the Big South, but now we're headed back to the Conference USA where we all started. The Conference USA wanted us to earn our spot back. We're going to get it back after a few years of proving that we are good now at basketball again. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. See you on March Madness Legacy. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.